Hi, I'm Catherine Anne Davies, and today I'm at ICMP doing a masterclass. Some of the things I'm going to be talking about in the masterclass today are my quite wide and varied career. I do lots of things, so at the moment I've just finished recording a duet with the Manic Street Preachers. It's on their new record. I also make music as the Anchoress, so I'll be talking about being a female artist in the 21st century. I'll also be talking about touring life, as I'm the keyboard player with Simple Minds and I spend a lot of the year travelling around the world. I'll also be talking about music production as well, as I spend the other half of the year in a studio making records for other people. The one thing that you can do to make success a more likely outcome of what you're doing is to make yourself as self-sufficient as possible. And I think that can happen on many levels. It can be about making sure that you have the skills to record yourself so that you're not reliant upon other people, or certainly the outlay of hiring a studio or hiring engineers, etc. Being self-sufficient in terms of making sure that you take responsibility for learning about what's happening with social media, how to kind of grow your profile online, and not thinking that that's someone else's job. So I just think that a big takeaway, certainly for the era that we're currently going through at the moment, is that you have to be good at lots of things. You can't just think, I can just focus on making music. That you have to be a great business person as well. You also have to have a strategy. You have to understand all of the facets of the business. I mean, some people do get lucky enough to be able to bring on a team quite early, but if you can do lots of those things yourself, your chances of being successful are much, much more increased. Working in production is a big part of what I do, and I know that's quite unusual for being a woman, although again, as I say, less unusual these days, which is a good thing. And I kind of started out with that from an artist point of view, so producing my own records. And then last year I co-wrote and worked on a record with a solo artist called Paul Draper, and we had a top 20 record with that. And then this coming year I'm also going to be working with another band, producing their records. I think finding your way in the music industry as a woman can be challenging in some ways, especially when you're working in environments that tend to be quite male-dominated. But I think as well that's a good challenge, and I think that things are changing very quickly on that front as well. Certainly in studios it can be very male-dominated traditionally, but I have spent the last 5 years in studios pretty much all the time, and I found it a place that I can really thrive, and I would love to kind of pass on that passion for what I do technically to another generation of girls kind of coming up, and show them that you can be a woman in a studio surrounded by lots of men, and that doesn't make any difference to the quality of your work and how seriously people take you. Music schools like ICMP give an invaluable opportunity that I didn't have, which is to really hone a firm foundation of your skills. And I certainly find that now in the industry there are a lot of times where I'm kind of playing catch up. And I wish I'd had the opportunity to get a kind of well-rounded, good foundational base of core skills about learning my instrument, learning just lots of different, I guess, all the different facets of what it means to be a kind of modern artist.